Hi everyone, I am Vahid from VRF Education. Thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. Have you ever needed to schedule tasks in Node.js, like sending emails every day at 9 a.m. or automating cleanup and archiving things? If your answer is yes, then you're in the right place. There's a feature out there named cron job in Unix-like operating system that help us with scheduling. In programming languages, we can also use some libraries to help us using the feature like this. Cron job in Unix-like systems are managed by the operating system outside of your app. In Node.js, we use libraries that mimic cron job, and the tasks are scheduled but not event loop, meaning that you don't block your main code execution. In this video, I will walk you through how to set up cron jobs in your Node.js step by step. Before we start coding, let's quickly take a look at what libraries we have for scheduling tasks in Node.js. If we search in npm, we will find some popular ones like node-cron, cron, and bree, these three libraries. Each of these has its own features, pros, and cons. So let's open their npm pages and see their weekly downloads. These two have millions of weekly downloads, I think. This one is much higher, and also cron is more featureful and used for times when you want to schedule things based on time zones and things like that. But this one is lightweight node-cron, and we can use it in almost 90% of our requirement scenarios. And this one, bree, is not much popular. It's updated a year ago, and its weekly download is not much enough. So we can rely on these two. And in this tutorial, I'm going to focus on node-cron because it's much simpler and it's lightweight also, and it will handle what we need to do for recurring tasks and also scheduling some tasks. So for this library, first of all, we need to install it and add it to our project and do a couple of things here. We will focus on that very soon. And here is the scheduling things. We need to use these asterisks to tell the node-cron how and when it should run our tasks. These tasks are equal for seconds, minute, hour, day of month, month, and day of week. So using these asterisks and provide some integer values in these ranges, for example, for second and minutes in the range of 0 to 59, and for hours 0 to 23, and for day of month 1 to 31, and also for the month 1 to 12, we can tell our scheduler when should you run our tasks. And also there's a site that that can help you a lot with this timing function, and we will see that right now. Let's see what we have here. Nothing more, it's okay. But before that, let's do a couple of training inside Notepad, and then we are going to another site that's going to help us to create our best scheduler timing. So I said we have 6 different asterisks. Each is for, let's get back. Is this one for second, minute, hour, day, and day of month, month, and day of week. So most of the time, we don't need to focus on second, for example. So imagine that I want to send something or do something every minute. So I can just say 5 asterisks. This means every minute you should do something for me. Now imagine that I want to do something at 9 a.m. every day. So as for minute, I should pass 0. For hour, I need to pass 9. And because I need to do this every day, I'm going to pass asterisks for the other parameters. So every day at 9 a.m. Now imagine I want to send something every 10 minutes. So we can use this one, asterisk /10 for the first argument, then asterisk for the other params. So it's going to do the task every 10 minutes. Now, the next example, imagine I want to run a task every Sunday at midnight. So midnight equal to 00 for hour and minute. So because I want to specify the day of the week, let's day of the week is the last parameter. So for month and day of month, I'm gonna use asterisk, and then for Sunday it's equal to 0. So this will run our task every Sunday at midnight. And we can also play with these items to get more timing or scheduling time. For example, imagine I want to do it every day at night. We can combine these two. Every day at midnight, we can change this to 0, 0, and let the other to be asterisk. And if I want to do it every weekday, okay, from Monday to Friday, for example, at 9 a.m., I'm gonna do this 0, 9, and we don't need to have for day of month and month. And I'm gonna here pass a range 1 to 5. 1 equals to Monday to Friday. So this is the way that we can use our scheduling. We will see it in Node.js very soon. And let's use this site. Let me open this site and bring this tab. Yeah, so you can go to this URL crontab.group, and here, as you can see, you can play with this format: minute, hour, day, month, and day of month and day of week. For example, this is gonna run our task at 4.5 every day. And if you click on these items, you can see the list of different values that you can use for that specific item. And for example, let's say I'm gonna use this one: 0, 0, 0, 0, and I'm gonna do 0 here. It says okay at midnight on Sunday, or I'm gonna use asterisk here and delete this one to asterisk and use this one 10 at every 10 minutes from 0 through 59. Okay. And feel free to work with this site and try different combination. Now let's move to VS Code and see what we can do with this scheduler. Okay, let's start the terminal inside VS Code, and I'm inside cron job library and want to start a project. So I'm gonna say npm init-y and wait until things done. Okay, let's open the package.json, and I'm gonna use type here. Gonna help me, and I'm gonna change it to module because I want to use import syntax. Yes, okay. And here I'm gonna install npm I node-cron. In this video, we're gonna focus on node-cron, and maybe in another video I use cron itself. And there's also another one inside bree named later. You can also use that one. That one also has its own pros and cons. So let me pause the video, and after library install, I will be back with you. Now then, let's create a file. I'm going to call it index.js. Inside it, we're going to import cron from node-cron. So we have the cron library, and the simplest way is to run something for every minute. So I'm going to say cron.schedule, and because I want to use every minute pattern, we need to pass 5 different asterisks based on the pattern that we just saw inside the slides. And after that, we need to provide a function. So here I'm going to say this is an arrow function. For example, just console.log message from a task. That's it. Now let's run this file index.js. Okay, the what? Not npm. No. And also let me bring the timer. This is the timer for my current time zone. And after 1 minute, it should print it out that message, and then the other minutes. And I will put these into fast forward play during the final video. So here is the second time that we saw this message. This function will be run automatically on every minute. Okay. So we need to just provide this pattern and another function to run it inside that specific time. So imagine I want to run something in this pattern. For example, I'm going to run it on 41, 40, and let's just the other part be the same. Save it and run the file once again, and also bring the timer up. So when the minute change to 40, 40, it's not going to happen. But when we are getting to 40, 41, it will be run automatically. So this is the message right at the 40, 41. Now for tomorrow, if I let the application run tomorrow again, because we use asterisk here, for tomorrow again at this specific time, this code will be run automatically. And these are different couple of samples I just provided for you. For example, this one run every minute. This time run every 5 minutes. Every day at midnight, just like 40 and 41 that we used. 3:30 every day morning. And run every Monday, because this is the index of Monday. 0 for Sunday, 1 for Monday at 9 a.m. And run only in January. Okay, we just specified the month index is 1 for January at 12 p.m. and this one run at 10 o'clock in the morning for day Monday, Wednesday, Friday. These are the index of the days. So this is different samples that we have. So I'm just gonna comment them, and I will add it to the repository inside the GitHub, and also the GitHub link will be added to the video description, so we can work with these patterns. There's also another method in scheduling. Let's just copy this one, and it's a schedule task. Okay, run dot schedule task. It's just like a schedule, but return an instance of task, and also a schedule is a wrapper around this one. So with using both of them, they just return a task object for us. So using this task object, we can take control over the execution of our cron job. For example, by default, every task will be started automatically. So we can just use task.stop. I'm not going to start the task immediately, but I should stop this one, and I'm going to start it after, for example, 10 seconds. So I'm going to set timeout, and let's provide an arrow function. And here I'm going to say now console.log initiate task, and then I'm going to say task.start. Start it here and run. Oh, what's happening? Back to the start, and run it after 10,000 milliseconds or 10 seconds. So how we can handle this one? I'm going to clear the screen. So I'm going to change it to every minute, for example. Again, star. Yeah, let's bring up this one. So Right now, I'm gonna run the code, but as you can see, because I started it after 10 seconds, when the timer or the second changed to 46, nothing happened because task will be run right now. So we stop the task, nothing happened. Then after 10 seconds, we run it. So this is the way that we can take control over our tasks. And also after 1 minute, it will be triggered again. And I will also move it very fast during the final review. Okay, message from a task printed to the console. It's okay. And also there's another method named task.destroy. Using that task.destroy, we can completely destroy this task from the memory, and you need to rerun the application to uh, recreate the task also. There's also another function, another parameter for cron job. I'm not gonna use this stop method. So after providing the execution function, you can provide an object that contains a couple of different parameters. So for this time, let me get inside this one, and as for the task option, you can just use a time zone, the naming for the task. No overlap means that they should not overlap by each other, so we can control them using this function. Or max execution. For example, you want to do it every minute and ultimately 100 times, not more than that. So you can set it with that, with these options. The most important one is time zone. When you have different clients with different time zone, you can run the task based on their time zone, not your server time zone. And also, there's another one. There was also another field here named scheduled to prevent the task to start automatically, but I think they removed it inside this version, and they want to use a stop method to handle execution, stop, start, and destroy method. So it's okay. And now I want to introduce you another library named cron parser. Using cron parser, we can the exact execution time of our pattern. When will this task will be run in the future? And it's useful when you want to put the execution time of this task inside the calendar view for your clients, maybe. So first install this package, cron parser, npm I cron parser. So I will stop the video, and after installation complete, I will be back with you. So it installed, and you can also check the npm JS URL for this package. It has a lot of good information, a lot of good functionalities. So I'm gonna just check a couple of them. I'm gonna comment this one, and we don't need this one. Let's use this pattern every 5 minutes and see the result of cron parser and how it will process our pattern. So I'm gonna say import. We need cron expression parser, expression parser. Then I'm going to say we have an interval. Let's do this one. Okay, and we can also provide some options. So I don't need to do that. So now I'm going to say console.log. Please give me the interval dot next dot to string. This will print the next execution time of this pattern, CLS. And let's run the node. It says what is not parse expression. Oops, a parse expression. I'm going to use parse. We cannot trust AI. I'm going to say node index.js. So as you can see, it says it will be run for next 5 minutes. Let's also check the as you can see, it's 15, 6, 5. So it's using my country start time. And then let's run it once again. As you can see, it's run immediately right now. And then after it's after 5 seconds. Sorry, I just removed one of this because that seconds is optional. So let's run it once again. So yeah, right now it will be after 5 minutes, every 5 minutes, 15.10, 15.15, and also we can use something like this. Dot take 3, for example. Just take 3, it will return an array, and inside that I'm going to use map on D and D to string. Okay, so let's run this one. Index.js. So we can see first it will run on 15.10, and then 15.15, 20, 25. These are the next 3 timestamps that it will be run. It's not run 5 minutes from now. It's just run every 5 minutes on the calendar. And because right now we are in 7th minute of this hour, so the next 5 minutes is 10. It's just not next 5 minutes. Okay, we run it on we are trying to specify the step from the beginning of this hour. This is very important. And we can also pass time zone here, for example, using start time and end time, or even you can use previous time. Let me here, I'm gonna, after this one, let's duplicate this one, and I'm going to say interval dot prev, give me the previous execution. Oops, what's going on here? And node. So as you can see, after all this execution, we are in the 15.25, and then the previous one is 15.20. So we can just work with these options inside cron parser based on this execution pattern. Let's also test another one. I'm going to use this one and see the result. This one, and paste it here. So we can say it will be run midnight for tomorrow. Today is September 12th, September 14th, September 15th, September 16th, and the previous one again is September 15th. So this will try to parse your patterns, and you can do this dating things to add something to your calendar view for your clients. So this is all about cron job and cron parser in Node.js. You can also use cron. It's the same as node-cron, but it gets you more functionalities. For example, direct support of time zones and things like that. And also in cron, you can directly return the next interval or next date time that this task will be run without using to install this cron parser. But this one get you more flexibility, I think. But that one in the internally added to cron library. So I hope you enjoy the content of this session and make use of node-cron to handle execution of your task automatically. Till next session, goodbye.